Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing my Dragon Ball Super episode 60 English dub review. And we're treating this as if this was the premiere of it happening, so no spoilers from the Japanese version. Joining me is Richard Cora Kenobi to review this interesting episode that explains a lot and at the same time explains a lot of distance stuff that doesn't make sense.
Very good point, bro. Hey everyone, happy to be back again. And yes, what SS Ultimate Goku said is true. Even in the Japanese dub, this is going to get very, very hard to explain. And yeah, like everything that happened in this episode can be summed up as interesting.
A clusterfuck.
Yeah, that too. Like, it can be interesting in a good and a bad way, but for the purposes of this, we're going to take a look at both the good and the bad.
Okay, well, so we start this episode off with Bulma and Trunks and basically everyone talking. They're all like basically grouped together and stuff like that, but
yeah.
Then the whole conversation with Beerus and stuff like that, about the whole time machine, the whole time thing, and how Zamasu, how they don't believe that, Beerus or whatever, that they, that Zamasu is gone or whatever in his time, and Trunks is hoping that Beerus is right, but he has to see it for himself. Kid Trunks is like, what are you doing? He's saying that everything has changed, and stuff like that.
Yeah, but as Future Trunks...
did we miss the dinner? Did the dinner thing come first?
No. We're starting off right. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, it's like you said, we're just continuing off from last episode where they're talking about, okay, is Zamasu gone? Is he isn't gone? We don't know. So, yeah, like Future Trunks is very, like he doesn't believe it, as he said in last week's episode or 2 weeks ago. In that, look, I mean, what I went through with the androids, that should have changed my world, but it didn't. And yeah, it's like you said, Kid Trunks
he explains it to Kid Trunks about how Android 18 became good in the present, married Krillin, had a kid, but in his time, 18 was evil.
Yeah,
and
which
we'll get to.
17. Yeah, which we'll get to that. But yeah, so Future Trunks, Kid Trunks is pretty much saying everything should be back to normal, but again, nothing. So then we do see them get to dinner. This is where everyone's just literally eating, and they're talking about their return trip back. And yeah, this is where we get to, okay, they're all about to go back. But then Kid Trunks is saying, okay, this should be right, and all that stuff. So they decide, both Kid Trunks and Future Trunks have a talk about how the timeline and time travel works.
Yeah, and they basically explain pretty much that you, the viewer, pretty much should know from Dragon Ball Z. But they, have to explain it to Kid Trunks. And how 18 was evil, 17 was evil in his time, but 18 in the present is like good and had a kid and got married. Yada yada yada.
Exactly. But, yeah. Like
when they talk about how the difference of the time travel is.
Yeah, and
that, because Kid Trunks references, what I think was really funny here is Kid Trunks reference movies. Talking about how this hasn't been changed. Back to the Future reference like we talked about last week.
Yeah, exactly. Which that's interesting because okay, that was a dub change for this episode because in the original Japanese dub, Kid Trunks says, oh, because I've read books, so I know. So shouldn't this happen? So he pretty much says that, okay,
really?
yeah, exactly. So I don't know why they made that much of a drastic change. Maybe like
I like the change though.
It makes sense for. I think it makes sense for here in America because okay, obviously, like you said, Back to the Future. We've had many movies exploring time machines and how time travel works. So I do think, yeah, I should have saw that change coming. But yeah, so basically, Trunks is like telling Kid Trunks that we're the same person, but we're different in so many ways. And this is why. And Future Trunks actually tells him, like, look, in my time, my father died before I was ever born. After I was born,
like
and
6 months or whatever after he's
yeah,
born.
exactly. And he tells him, of course, that Goku died after he was born, before he was born.
It was a heart attack, which we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in the future too, or
yeah, exactly.
Later,
so
later, but
yeah. So this is pretty much
they explained it. They explained that his Goku dies of a heart attack, and that he comes to to their present time. Gives him the heart virus medicine, and that's how Goku was. Fine. And Goku's like, yeah, and he hears it and he's like, I'm grateful for that because they were like in the sky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is a very nice moment. It's a very great moment. Eric Val and I can't remember the actress's name who replaced the original voice of Kid Trunks, but both of them are very great.
I think it was Alexis something.
Yeah, exactly. Like both the actors in this here do a great job, and it's a very nice moment of them just talking about the differences between time travel and how this works. And, I do like that. And it's a very nice moment. So, yeah. And then after that, they come back down and they're ready to go. But before they do, Trunks thanks Beerus and tells him, I know I've been disrespectful, but you've given me hope. And Beerus is just shaking this off. He's like, I don't care, whatever happens to your timeline, good or bad, I don't care. I'm not going to go. And they actually ask Beerus and Whis, why don't they come along? But they say they can't.
They can't, because they're gods and they can't interfere with time,
Exactly. Although I think,
like we said earlier, like it's referencing the Back to the Future thing.
Yeah, and Terminator, all that, like all that good
stuff. Well, funny you mentioned Terminator is because the Android arc to begin with was based on that
exactly.
That's the character Toriyama based it on.
Exactly, yeah. So, again, very nice moments here, and then, of course, then after that, okay.
Bulma, we mention that Bulma decides that she wants to come.
Oh yeah, so Bulma wants to go. Well, before that, Trunks actually asked Vegeta to come back with him one last time, and so that's a good
Vegeta's like, fine, and if your time has changed, don't come back.
Yeah, well, I don't think I know people will take that out of context. He's not saying that because he wants him to get out of his life. He's saying that because okay, Future Trunks has traveled back to the future and present so many times that it's not like you can hop over one timeline without any consequences. So that's why he's saying, okay, if everything is fine, promise me you'll stay there and you won't come back.
Well, to be fair, everything's already been affected.
Exactly, yeah. So, I don't see why that should happen. But yeah, then after that, Bulma says she wants to come along because if everything is fine, they're going to need a way to come back. And that Bulma points out, do any of you actually know how to work this?
That's kind of because they did come back. They did come back before without her.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's because apparently Mai, which again, going back to that, Mai was able to operate and program the coordinates back without ever having, interacted with the time machine. So the fact that she was able to do that is crazy. But yeah, no. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, yeah, that's true. Mai was the one who did it, but obviously Bulma had to have known the first time around of having them go back in time to the future. I'm sorry, that they were gonna have to figure out a way to come back.
I agree. Yeah, and you would
I'm sure he wasn't gonna just expect that Mai would just happen to know.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I would think that Bulma would have just let Future Trunks keep the old time machine, keep one of the time machines, and she would coincidentally make another time machine to come back with them.
Well, I mean, I don't know if she'd be able to. Obviously she has the coordinates to make it, but I don't know if she necessarily has the parts to do it. I don't know.
I don't know
Maybe she
either. That
could.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So nevertheless, they all go back, and before they do, once again, everyone says their goodbyes, and of course, Beerus
And
finally.
Kid Trunks is like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, well, Future Trunks actually apologizes, but Beerus is not like having it or whatever too. That's
Yeah,
kind of
and
funny.
before they also leave, like Bulma gives Trunks his old clothes, and she
Well,
actually
actually,
says,
not
"I."
old clothes, new clothes that were customly made, like the old clothes.
Exactly, yeah. Which I mean, okay. I don't see why they were customly made. You can just go buy a jacket that looks like that, but whatever.
Well, no, it has to have the
Um,
Capsule Corp logo on it, dude. Come on
well,
now.
that's true. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, so after
You gotta
everyone's
look in
saying,
style. You gotta represent.
well, yeah, I do like Future Trunks' new look compared to his old look because his old look it was just simple. But yeah, okay. So then after that, so like you said, Kid Trunks. For some reason, this kind of was interesting to me in both the Japanese and English dub. So Kid Trunks flies up after they have already gone, and he yells out of the top of his lungs, "I hope everything is better, and I hope it all works out." And
It's
I
kind of
know
random.
it's not, yeah, but it's just like that would have been better to say before they left.
Exactly. But
Yeah, it is. It's just like
Kid Trunks is only 8 years old and can't think for himself.
exactly, yeah. So then after that, we do cut back to I think we go to commercial break and we do cut back to them traveling.
Goku has his I guess because he gets dizzy from the time
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah,
Not to be
so
confused with his first weakness of needles.
exactly, yeah. So they do go through the stream, and we actually do get a cool Doctor Who reference thing here. So that's nice, where they see the time machine and what it's like and all that.
Yeah, that's probably the first time I think they've done that too.
Exactly, yeah.
In
That
Dragon Ball Z at least.
Yeah, exactly. So that's nice and all that. And then they finally come back to the future.
And then immediately, right when they get out of the time machine, Goku Black and Zamasu are like, or at least Goku Black was like, telling Zamasu they're here. Like he knew
Exactly,
right
yeah.
away, like they're here.
Exactly, yeah. So they're here, and then they all get out, and of course Goku falls because he's dizzy from the time machine. So yeah. So then afterwards, after that's done, he Trunks gives
Oh,
Bulma the
well,
time machine.
first that soldier comes up and
Yeah,
says that Maya's like really hurt, and so
exactly. Yeah. So
by the
she's really
way, as we didn't mention too, Goku does have the senso beams.
yeah. This time,
Bulma
yeah.
made sure
This
that he remembered them because Vegeta's
exactly,
fork broke because that
exactly. Yeah.
we didn't mention about the dinner.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, basically, everything. So then afterwards, yeah, like you said, they go back and they find out that Mai is hurt. So this time, using one of the sensus, Trunks takes them
Takes the
and
one, and this is the first time I've ever seen someone do the senso beam thing method. Because I remember, like in Revival Left the movie, they had Gohan, they had Piccolo, do the like thing where Gohan was like almost dead, and he did the heart pump thing, and
yeah,
then that was how he was able to have him eat the senso beam. With
mhm.
this, Trunks decided to basically put it in his mouth. I think chew it a little bit, but then like
Well, no, he doesn't chew. Well, he doesn't chew it that much, but yeah, he does put it in his mouth and
put it in the mouth and basically, I guess, does a variation of a mouth to mouth to Mai, and that allows her to get the beam, the senso beam, in their in her mouth and is able to
yeah,
swallow it then, and
yeah.
she gets healed because of that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So then after that, this is where the famous line.
Oh
It was in the
yes,
Jap.
yes. And
So
let me say this right now,
sure.
okay?
No. Go ahead.
Okay, so after this happens, we have Goku, Goku basically is like, what is that? And Vegeta is like, what are you talking about, Kakarot? Have you not, like, ever kissed before? And he's like, what do you mean kiss? He's like, what are you talking about? You're married and stuff like this. And I'm like, bro, you kissed it, or you didn't kiss. Chi-Chi kissed you in Dragon Ball. And I was saying this, like, this is a plot hole, even though Goku might have not kissed Chi-Chi, quote unquote, and Chi-Chi only kissed Goku. This is still counts as a plot hole because Chi-Chi kissing Goku counts as Goku being kissed. In the terminologies of being kissed, if you're being kissed, you are being kissed. So yes, Goku, you did get kissed. So the way it was interpreted, especially the way it was interpreted, was that Goku, he basically seemed, well, I mean, he is kind of dumb in the aspects of education.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, but
this would be depicted as Goku doesn't know what a kiss is.
Yeah, no, but see, here's
the thing. This is the same guy. We got to remember, this is the same guy that didn't know what a bath was.
No, he didn't even know what he didn't know what basic human stuff was. You're right. Yeah, but no. But what's funny is that, again, I watched the original Japanese dub. In the English dub, they may have changed some stuff around. So I don't know why they did that, but basically in the original Japanese dub, like, Goku says, no, I've never kissed anybody. Like, why does it matter? Like, he's literally telling Vegeta, why does it matter if I've never kissed anybody before? And that's that. But in this one, like, in the English dub, for some reason they decided, okay, well, Goku doesn't even know what a kiss is. And that's why he says, well, what's a kiss? What is that? You're right.
I can believe that because that makes more sense.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Goku should know what a kiss is because he was kissed in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, exactly. So in the Japanese, exactly, and in the Japanese dub, Goku even says, "Trunks, why are you doing that?" Like, he's confused. Why is he doing that when they're not even married? Like, he even asked Vegeta, like, why are they doing that if they're not even married? Like, so he does know what a kiss is. He just assumes that, okay, you wait till you're married to kiss. Like, that's what the Japanese dub.
Again, that's a plot hole, which I commend the English dub for changing this because this makes more sense.
Well, yeah, but at least in the Japanese dub, he knows what a kiss is. But in the English dub, he flat out says, "What is a kiss?"
Well, yeah, but like I said, he can't either or no nor or not.
Yeah, no, but
he has to not know what a kiss is for it to make sense because they did kiss in Dragon Ball. So the way the Japanese proceeded, I think, is kind of dumb because it's like,
no, with all respect, man, at least in the Japanese version, Goku knows what a kiss is, and all he wants to know is, like, okay, he's literally asking Vegeta, why does it matter if I've never kissed Chi-Chi? Like, is that of any importance here? Like, he was confused by that statement. But in the English dub, they just decided, okay, no, like, the English dub Goku does not know what a kiss is.
Which I think is actually more accurate because he never knew what a bath was at first. So it would be plausible for him not to know what a kiss is, even though he's been kissed by Chi-Chi before.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I mean, if this was Kid Goku, then I could understand that. But this is adult Goku. Like, he's an adult.
Just because he's adult Goku doesn't mean that there's stuff that he hasn't learned yet.
I know, yeah, but
I mean, he never went to school. He never went to school. Wink, wink. No, evolution.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, like, we can agree to disagree, but what we both can't agree on is that I didn't like this in the dub. Like, both dubs, I thought, okay, I don't like on how this arc is trying to make Goku even dumber than he already is, because
wait, you don't like either or version, or you like one over the other?
No, I don't like. I just don't agree with making Goku dumb and having him not either know or not know what a kiss is. It's just like, okay.
So you don't agree with either or version?
Pretty much, yeah. Because again, it's just a way to make Goku even dumber, which I don't like. Because again, Goku Goku is married now, so he should have known what a kiss is. Yes, he's never kissed Chi-Chi back, but like you said, he's at least been kissed. So he knows what that is, at least. I don't know. So I don't agree with both versions, but I still don't like on how the English dub wanted to just have Goku not flat out know what a kiss is, despite the fact that, okay, he's a man now. But regardless,
I can agree with not liking either or version, because either way, I don't like the fact that he wouldn't not know what a kiss is anyways.
Yeah, no, and it was
not. But if I had to pick between, because obviously the English dub had to decide, because this was already animated this way, so they had to decide whether they were going to keep it like that or they were going to kind of change the dialogue a little bit. Here, I actually do agree with them changing the dialogue to be this way if I had to pick. But honestly, I wish they wouldn't have this scene in here at all if I could go back and change this.
If it would have been just Goku saying, "Why are you kissing her? You guys aren't even married," and then it would have been left in for comedic effect, I think that would have been fine. Like, if that was still there, I would have actually thought that was funny, because that at least implies that Goku knows, okay, you're technically not supposed to kiss until you're married. So it would have just been simple at that.
You're saying if it was like, oh, you're not supposed to kiss unless you're married, type of comedic thing would have been better than doing.
Yeah, exactly. Than them flat out saying, and Vegeta even telling Goku, like, "Wait, you've never kissed somebody before?" Like it would have been better if they just had it for comedic effect rather than just dedicating some minutes to it. But
all right, yeah, but yeah, let's get out of the
yeah, no. So yeah, I'm back on topic.
We got a lot more other stuff to talk about too. Gonna. But okay, so after the infamous kiss thing, they basically go over the stuff, and you see Yajirobe there. Bulma sees Future's Yajirobe and says, "Oh, you're doing fine," and stuff like that. I heard you saved Mai and stuff like that, and and they talk about that stuff. Mai recovers, and then after that, you see Trunks, Vegeta, and Goku. They are they're flying because they know that Goku Black and Zamasu are ready to go, and so. They fly there. Goku says we have a plan, or Vegeta says we got a plan, and it's like, we don't have a plan. Yeah, don't worry. We can always figure that stuff out. And Vegeta's like, yeah, but how many times do we have to die for this? And
exactly, yeah.
Then like a second later, Vegeta, once he sees Zamasu and Goku Black, he just like decides to ditch the whatever plan they don't have yet.
Yeah, he pretty much goes
go right after Goku Black.
Yeah, he goes full on blue after Black, and Goku even says, "Well, what about that plan?" And Vegeta's like, "The hell with the plan." And then Goku immediately figures out, okay, so let's just beat them up. Okay, seems right. So then afterwards, we get some small fight scenes here, because this episode is mostly talking. But then we finally get a little bit of fight scenes, and then
Goku Black's just like, "Oh, you're just itching to fight me after I embarrassed you last time."
Exactly, yeah. And then it's here we get a good moment from Vegeta where where Black says, "Oh, so you're just doing this for yourself?" And Vegeta says, "No, I'm doing this for my son and his world." So he's pretty much telling him that I'm fighting for my son and his world that you've destroyed. And of course, Black calls him out, saying, "Oh, that's not very Saiyan-like." And then
that's not what Vegeta normally does.
Well, no, old school Vegeta would never do this. But again, as Super has presented us, Vegeta is on a hero status right now. And
anti-hero. He's still an anti-hero. Dang it.
No. Trust me. But anyway, yeah. So Vegeta does care about people and his son. So of course. Then after that, they stop fighting, and Goku tells them, "We figured it out."
Basically, we figured you out about Gamasu and how they used the Super Dragon Balls to create a clone of Goku Black.
And this is where we get.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Hold on. Before we get to the freaking end here. So he's like, we got a clone. We all know about how you killed your master
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and used the Super Dragon Balls to make yourself invincible or immortal, and that you created a clone of Goku Black.
Yeah.
And then that's when after Goku says this, and Goku Black's like laughing. It's like, that's what you think? That's
Yeah.
what you think is like? This
Yeah.
isn't a clone.
Yeah,
I'm the real. I'm using the real Goku body.
Yeah,
I switched.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he even says one of the lines I like is
switched
like,
bodies with you with the Super Dragon Balls, and then killed you immediately with your own fist or
exactly.
whatever.
No, you were right. That was right. And that's where the episode ends. So
Yeah, that was like my freaking when I seen this, my freaking mouth dropped because I was like, they just talked about how Goku in the future was killed by a heart attack. Or wasn't killed, but was died by natural heart attack. And now they're saying that Goku's body is being used by Zamasu, even though Zamasu is like standing right next to him, and like he said he wanted to kill Goku.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, that is Goku's actual body.
Yes.
But he killed Goku himself after he took over his body, I guess.
Yeah.
This other Goku. And he said Goku as in he living Goku, which kind of dethrones my theory, because my theory is he just took over Goku's dead body that was already dead from the heart attack.
Right.
You know, like that just basically changed everything I thought of. Like there's yes, two Zamasus.
Yes, there are two Zamasus.
But I don't know, man. Like I hope next episode gives more clarification of this.
Tomorrow's episode is gonna drop everything.
Because I wanted to kind of wait for this because of this. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I've been watching this, like, trying to figure this out. Like,
yeah, exactly. So this was a good twist in my even when I remember 2 years ago when those who watched the Japanese dub saw it, it was a huge twist, and like I think it was a great twist because I mean, yeah, it would have been predictable if he was just using Goku's body that died, or he just because then that would have just had like how is he accessing Goku's body even though that body is dead. So I do like that. Okay, yeah, no, he switched bodies with Goku and he killed
Goku.
Yes, exactly.
Goku. We don't know what Goku.
Yeah, no, so he stole Goku's body and he just killed him. So yeah, that is a good twist and it is very crazy. So yeah, like it's still shocking to me, and I love how the dub handled it. I especially love the line where like this is Goku's body, like right down to the battle scars. So, it was a good twist. Like the English dub did a great job of handling it.
And it was basically the same lines. Really?
Yeah, more or less, it was the same lines from the Japanese version. Of course, they have to move stuff around, but it was still the same lines in spirit, and I do like the reactions. Like the reactions felt genuine when we find out that Goku's body was
my reaction, and I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, exactly. So if you did not watch the Japanese dub and you're just questioning how could this happen right now, tomorrow's episode will explain that. But the shorter answer is the Goku Black is a Zamasu from another universe that killed another Goku and took his body. Like, so that's why it's not future Trunks' Goku.
Wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense unless it was a different timeline. Which
it is. I think it is a different timeline. It's got to be a different timeline. So yeah. But yeah, no.
I wonder if it would be timeline 4.
I have no idea because again, this was very interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the dub will handle the explanation tomorrow. So yeah,
I kind of figured it had to be like a different timeline type thing because like
yeah,
if it wasn't, it wouldn't have made sense
yeah, exactly. I'm at
at
least
this
happy.
point.
Yeah,
At this point, because like
yeah.
the way how everything is being proceeded, it can't be the Goku that's dead,
No, and it's not. And
and
so yes,
it can't be Goku from timeline I think 3. That was the timeline where Trunks kills the androids, but then doesn't kill
come.
Cell.
Yes, exactly.
Doesn't
No,
kill
this is
Cell. That was the Cell that went into the present timeline.
exactly. Yeah.
It couldn't be that one because
This
Goku was already
is
dead.
yeah. So this is from another.
The only thing I can think of is this unknown timeline, because the unknown timeline was the timeline that was off screen that we never seen.
Exactly. Yeah, I
Timeline
can
4.
agree. I can agree with that. And like I said, so yeah, this episode was good. A lot was explained about time travel, and it was just building up to the reveal and the shocking twist of who Black is. And I'm very happy on how the dub handled it. And I definitely think they did a good job. They did a good job, although there were some things that they changed. Some of them were
I
good.
liked most of the changes in this episode.
Yeah, no. Once again, I knew the kissing line was going to be coming. I was just wanting to know how would the dub handled it. The dub handled it as I expected. So yeah. But overall, like, yeah, this was just a great episode. But if you all are looking for action, then look forward to tomorrow's episode, because tomorrow's episode is going to be nothing but action.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. So yeah. A great episode. Like I think the highlight of this episode is the twist on who
Well,
Black
the highlight
is.
is, I mean, there was a lot of highlights in the episode, but the highlight had to have been the end, because
Yeah, exactly.
that just totally take the cake from everything because of the shock and
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
surprise.
Exactly. Yeah. Like that's really the only reason I could see people liking this episode, is that if you don't like talking and if you just don't
Well,
like Dragon Ball.
I liked how they explained the whole like the time travel thing
Yeah,
again.
no, me too. But I'm just saying, like, for anyone who doesn't like this type of stuff, then the twist is the only reason to watch this episode. Because, again, the twist is very great. Like, again, when I saw this 2 years ago, like, it was very effective, and I'm so happy that the English dub handled it perfectly.
Yeah.
So yeah, a great episode.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens tomorrow about this, because I was still confusing. It's
Yeah,
still
I am
confusing
too.
to think about it.
It very much is, yeah, and it's only unfortunately going to get more confusing because we only have, not counting tomorrow's episode, we only have 6 episodes left of the Black Arc, so things are going to get crazier.
Well, it ends at 67, right?
Yeah, ends at 67.
Yeah, so yeah, there's not that much time left, actually.
No, yeah, I think we talked about enough, and I think
But
we
we talked about the episode pretty much and everything that's going on now. But I am looking forward to tomorrow. That's really about it for the review. Comment, rate if you like this video. Please subscribe. Also, go check out Richard Kenobi's channel. And also all the groups in the description, as well as where you can watch it officially. Dragon Ball Super English dub.
Yes.
For the official release. All that good stuff.
Yes.
And that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Later, guys.